Hello and welcome to my channel, Talisman Tarot. So in this reading I will be asking about your soulmate. So I have 4 groups for you. This will be group number 1, this will be group number 2, this will be group number 3, and this will be group number 4. And so I will ask you to use your intuition and choose whatever group attracts you the most. So let's proceed to the reading. So, hello, group number 1. So I will start with a channeled message or channeled information about this person. So, first of all, I don't think you will find your soulmate right away. It might take a while. I think this person will come into your life at the exact moment you stop looking for love. I think they will come in right when you have totally given up on love. And so I think prior to meeting this person, you will have gone through a bit of a dry spell where you haven't really had any partners for maybe a few years. And then it's typical, really, because when this person comes in, I actually think there will be more than one love offer coming in at the same time. I think there might actually be maybe 3 love offers coming in at the same time. And so it will be very hard for you to make a decision. So I'm glad that you are watching this video, because then we can try to find out who your soulmate is, so that you can choose the right person when all these love offers come in. So first of all, I think this person might be slightly more materialistic than the other love offers. So this person could be a Capricorn, but they could also be an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. And so with this deck here, it's black and white. So I think this person might be a bit black and white. Like, this person might think a bit black and white. Like, they might be an all or nothing person. But I also think, like, I think about 50 Shades of Grey. I haven't watched the movies or read any of the books, but maybe that's significant for you. Maybe this person looks a bit like the male lead in the movie, or the female lead, if that's what you're into. So so there might also be a resemblance to, like, the person from 50 Shades of Grey. Maybe this person is this person is a bit materialistic, so that might be what that's all about. I don't know, but I also think this person is very ambitious, but I think their all or nothing mentality is actually blocking them from success, because I think this person wants to be the best at whatever they do, and if they can't be the best, then they don't want to try at all. So I think that might be something that will block them from actually achieving the success that they could potentially get. So I think this person might also be a bit into the occult or ancient wisdom. They might also be a member of some sort of brotherhood. So maybe Freemasons, or that they might have a family member who's in the Freemasons, or some other brotherhood. And so I also think that this person might come from a family where like family of snobs, like they might come from a high class family, and so that might have rubbed off on them a bit, but you shouldn't hold that against them. They didn't choose what family they were born into, so I think that can easily be fixed. So, but let's start with some archetype cards just to see what type of person this person is. So, Judge and Beggar. So, I think that makes sense. I think this person might study law, and that might be something their parents or their family want them to study, really. So their parents might be lawyers or judges even, like, and so maybe this is like something this person has been encouraged to do because of their parents. And so with the beggar here as well, it makes sense also, because the shadow attribute here says dependence on others to the exclusion of effort. And so I think this person might come from privilege, and they might have a wealthy family, and so their family might have supported them a lot, and so this person might not have had like a normal job or anything like that, because their parents have always helped them financially, and they have probably paid for their college and paid for their apartment, and maybe even like their phone bill and things like that. So I think they have had a lot of financial help from their parents, and so I think every time this person is low on money, they beg their parents for money. And so I think also they might, when you meet this person in the future, well, for some of you, you might have met this person in the past as well, but you have not been in contact with this person for a while if you have met this person, and I don't think you will be in contact with this person in the nearest future, but you will meet again someday. But for others of you, this is a new person. But I think it is good that you didn't, like, if this is someone from your past, I think it's good that you didn't hook up with this person in the past, because I think this person really needed time to mature. I think this will take time, and you will, like, I think you will meet again at the right time, like at divine timing. And I think the universe will do all in its power to keep you apart, because you are not meant to meet this person yet, and you weren't meant to meet this person in the past. Like, so you're meant to wait, because this person needs to become more independent, and need to mature a bit before you engage in any sort of relationship with this person. Because if this happens too soon, or too quickly, there is a chance that this person will become dependent on you. So they need to become independent really first. And so I think but let's draw some tarot cards. So 7 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, and the Emperor. So I think with the 7 of Pentacles here, it says Lord of Success Unfulfilled, and so that does make a lot of sense. So I think when you meet this person, they will not live up to their full potential. They will have missed some opportunities in their life. They will have unfulfilled success. So I think when you meet this person, it might be at a time in their life where they might have hit rock bottom, or this might have happened when you met this person in the past. So something might have happened prior to meeting you, like they might have, if this was in the past, they might have failed a test, and like that also goes for the future. So, or they might drop out of school right before you meet or before you met this person, and so either they were very vulnerable at that point, but this could also be the future, so they will be vulnerable at that point. So I don't think this is necessarily the type who will talk openly about their feelings, but I think you will be able to tell that they are very broken up about it. They might say that it's no big deal, that they are actually not that affected by it, but you will be able to tell that they are lying. And with the 5 of Pentacles here, and it says material trouble, and so I think when you meet this person, they will have material trouble, but that is actually a good thing, because it is a sign that this person has finally become independent, that they are no longer dependent on their parents. And so for some of you, this is a choice they will make themselves. So, but for others of you, I think this will be a choice that will be made for them. So I think this person will lose the financial support from their family. Their family will stop supporting them, and maybe that is because they will drop out of their studies and the family won't accept that decision and they will punish them for it. So I think for some of you, this might actually already have happened. Maybe this person dropped out of school, or maybe they changed their major in the past, or will do that in the future. I'm really not sure if this, like for some of you, this is a new person, so it's very confusing if this is the past or the future, because for some of you this has already happened, and for others of you it will happen. And so I'm trying to really get both stories, really, but the parents didn't accept that decision, and so they stopped supporting them financially. And maybe if you already met this person in the past, this was maybe already happening back then, but you have been kept away from each other by the universe because you were not supposed to rescue them. You were not supposed to be the rescuer in this relationship. They wouldn't have learned the lesson they were supposed to learn at the time if you had started a relationship at that point. So I think when you meet this person again, they might actually have material success. So like in the future they will turn this misfortune into fortune, and I think the parents actually did a good deed when they stopped supporting them financially, because even though it has been rough, this person has had a wake-up call that they really needed. Like they needed the motivation to actually start doing something great with their life, and they might already be working on that right now. This I think they will be very well established when you meet this person again, or for the first time, of course. I think they will I see that this person might have been a bit arrogant in the past, maybe even a bit of a know-it-all, but I think this phase they are going through or has been going through has really humbled them. I also think this person is starting to appreciate mediocrity, which is actually really good, because it will lead them to become more than mediocre, really. And I think this makes a lot of sense, because it was not really fruitful for this person to have that mindset that either you are on the top or if you're not on the top, you are on the bottom. That there is no in between. I think that is a very limiting mindset that really made this person fear doing anything. They were anxious to do anything, really, because they were afraid of failing. So I think because like if it didn't become a masterpiece, what they started doing, then it would be garbage for them. And so I think they will be starting to really see that mediocrity is quite all right, that there is no shame in mediocrity. And so I think this person has not already I think this person will do incredible things in their life as soon as they start lowering the bar and start having less high expectations of themselves. So I think with the Ace of Wands here, I think as soon as you start to and also the Emperor here, like I think this person will start a business, either like an enterprise, or they will have a high position, but I do think they will start a business on their own, and I think it will be a fruitful business. And so I think you will be a bit of a power couple, really, but only if you can handle this person. So like this person is a bit arrogant, so as soon as they start to go back to their old ways, and as soon as they start to become too arrogant again, you need to put them in their place. And so the Emperor is a great husband, but only if you can handle them. If you have a tendency to become submissive in a relationship, this person might become dominant and controlling. But if you are not easily controlled, if you dare to speak your mind and dare to put this person in their place, then I think you will have a very great relationship. You will become a good couple together, but you should be on the lookout for any signs of jealousy, any signs that this person doesn't want you to succeed. And I'm not saying you should dump them if you notice these signs. I want you to tell them about it. Like, I want you to be as blunt and rude and straightforward as possible towards this person. And you should begin right away. As soon as you start dating this person, you should start by setting the tone and speak your mind. Don't be afraid of saying anything. Don't be intimidated by this person, and don't hold anything back, really. Don't be afraid that this person will leave you if you do. I know it's your soulmate, and so you probably really want this to work out, but I see that the only thing that can destroy this relationship is if you become afraid of speaking your mind. And also remember that this is a person. Don't feel like you have to adapt to their views. Don't let this person put you down. If the person tries to sabotage your dreams, then instead of being passive aggressive about it, tell them how you feel. Point it out to them that you think, like what you think about them, and tell them that you think they are sabotaging your dreams, and be condescending and tell them straight up that you think it is because they are jealous, and that they don't want to share the spotlight with you. Like, be that blunt, because I think this person might not actually realize that they do these things. They might do them subconsciously. So it's very important for this person to have other people point it out to them, because I don't think this person can see it before they are being told about it. But I actually think this person will see what you mean when you tell them, like, and if they deny it completely, then at least everything is out in the open, and then you can take it from there. Then you can deal with it. I think you will be able to understand each other if you talk about things, and it will seem strange in the beginning, because I see that you are two very different people. You are like day and night, black and white. This could also be an interracial union, by the way. But also, I just think you are very different. You think very differently. You don't have the same opinions and views on things, and so it is very easy for a relationship like that to go wrong, because the two people start to alienate each other. They don't see the things they have in common and focus on the things they don't have in common. And I think this could happen to you, but only if you don't talk openly, because I think you will realize that if you just ask about why they do the things they do or say the things they say, that you would get an explanation, and maybe you would even understand that explanation. Like, communication is really key, and so we completely forget to ask our partners why, like, and I think we should do that more. And so if they do something stupid instead of packing your bags, talk to them about it. And if the explanation is very shitty, you can of course leave, but I think you will be able to sort a lot of things out by just trying to understand each other, try to find explanations for the actions you make. And I also think you will do stupid things as well that will need an explanation. And I think at that point you will have a lot of training in solving your problems. This person will have learned that they need to give you the benefit of the doubt as well as you have done so for them. And so I think you will have a very healthy relationship where like if you communicate very bluntly. And I also think that this person will maybe even go to therapy, like couples therapy with you, which I don't think you would imagine about this person, because this person is a bit arrogant and they don't seem like the type who would ask other people for help. But I think this person will be more humble in the future, and they will actually understand that sometimes you need professional help to sort things out. And so I think you will both want to work on this relationship, which I think is a very good sign. And I also think that with the Ace of Wands, I think this person will be quite sexy. I also sense that there will be a lot of, like, I think this relationship will be very feisty and hot. And I also think that there will be a lot of make-up sex. You will break up and make up and break up again and then make up again, and so you will have a lot of make-up sex that will actually be very good, and I think that will keep the relationship very interesting in the beginning, but I think in the end this person will be the emperor, and so they will be more stable and more responsible. Maybe this will happen when they become a parent, so when you get pregnant with your first child. But I think until then you will have a very feisty relationship that will and I think you will take a lot of chances with each other. You will test the boundaries. I know that sounds bad, but it's really not for you guys, because I don't think this person will test your boundaries like sexually. I just think they will, and I don't think there's any abuse involved, either like sexually or violent. That this person will be violent towards you in some way. I don't think that is that this person is like that at all. I just think you might have like a lot of fights, and you might say a lot of hurtful things to each other. You will, but I think that is actually good, because as soon as you actually get pregnant and actually start a family, then you will have said everything. You will have used all the curse words in the dictionary, and everything will be out in the open. Like all your aggression will wear off, because at that point you will have had sort of free outlet. Also, you will have more trust in each other, because you know that nothing can break you apart. I know it doesn't really sound very good, but it really is. I don't think any of you will abuse this power, and it would only go badly if any of you abused the power. Like, no one will be a dick towards the other just because they know that they can get away with it, like that the other person won't leave them. I don't get like that narcissistic vibe from any of you. I think when you have a fight in the future with this person, and you make up afterwards, I don't think this person will be a total dick and think, phew, I dodged a bullet there. Like, I think they will actually think about what you said. They will take the criticism into account. They will not just forget it and move on because they know they can. Like, I don't think this person will be the type who will just wait it out. Like, if you get mad over something, they will not just withdraw from you until you have cooled off or anything like that. They will actually want to work on the relationship and make it better, and change whatever is bothering you. And so I think it's a good relationship. There will be some bumps in the road, but that's how all relationships are, really. I think it will be because of some of their issues, like their own low self-esteem and their own fear of not feeling adequate, and that will create some tension because they will try to let it out on you. And if you become successful and they start feeling like they need to compete with you, then they will try to put you down so that they can win over you. And it is strange, and they will also be able to see how strange it is when they are confronted with it. But like, if you point it out to them, I also think it would be a good idea for this person to seek therapy themselves, like one-on-one therapy, or because I think that their issues really run deep and they would really benefit from working on their issues and seeing how their behavior actually has a quite rational explanation. And I think as soon as they see their actions in that perspective, with a childhood in mind or something like that, they will understand that they are letting their issues affect you and the relationship. And so with the Five of Pentacles here, it is a marriage card as well. Like, it's about being it's about supporting each other through thick and thin, sickness and health. And I think this will be how your relationship will be. You will support each other no matter what. I also see that you will get married, and I think you will work on your issues. You will help each other heal and grow, and I think that is very beautiful. I also think the competition part maybe doesn't come from them, really. It might be an influence from someone in their relationship, in their environment, maybe their family or their friends, or maybe if you achieve something great at some point, a stupid friend of theirs will say a stupid thing, like will come with a stupid remark to this person, that like something like how they have become a trophy husband or trophy wife, or how they feel like their friends might ask them if it's hard to live in their partner's shadow or something like that, and this person will not be mature enough at that point to let a remark like that slide. But I think they will be mature in the future. They will stop letting the opinions of others affect them. So I think your relationship will be good. And also a positive thing is that I don't think this person will be very shallow, like with the through thick and thin part. I think if you, for example, gain weight during your pregnancy, I don't think this person will have problems with that. They might not even notice. I think this person will think you are beautiful, whatever size you are. They will think you are beautiful, even when you wake up in the morning without any makeup on. And so I think like this is like a typical guy, but like more a typical dad vibe, I guess, like the type who doesn't notice if their spouse has gotten a haircut, like the type who freaks out as soon as their spouse says, have you noticed something new about me, like, and then they panic and start guessing, like, and so I don't think this person notices like details about people's appearance, and especially not your appearance, because I think this person will be very in love with all of you, like your, like they won't focus on like your hair color or your or things like that. They are attracted to your energy, your essence, your soul. Like they are really turned on by you, but it is nothing particular about you that they are turned on by. That sounds bad, but it's not really. It's more like this person sees the whole picture. Like they are not so focused on the details. They just know that they think you are hot, and that's really the important thing. So I think also in this picture here, there's like a bee here, but for some reason I saw it as like a fly, and so I will trust my intuition and see it as a fly, because maybe this person, maybe you will notice this person if you see their apartment, that they might be a bit sloppy. They might not be that neat. They might. I don't think this person cleans a lot. They might have like a man cave. Like they might wait a long time before they do the dishes, and they might not vacuum very often, and maybe they wait until their mother visits and clean for them. And so I think that is because like they have been a bit spoiled in their childhood. They were not asked to do a lot of chores around the house. I think their mother cleaned for them, and maybe they even had a nanny or a cleaning lady growing up, or like an au pair. And so when they moved away from home, I think they were a bit helpless, and they didn't really know how to keep an apartment clean. And at the point where you are going to see the apartment, I actually think they will have cleaned the apartment, but you will not be able to notice it, because you will still think it's very messy. But really, you should have seen the apartment before. I don't I also don't, well, I don't think this person is messy themselves. Like they are focused on looking presentable themselves. Like they wouldn't go out of their home not looking presentable. Like, and they are hygienic themselves. Like, and so you might actually be quite surprised when you see this person's apartment, because you might have expected something else, really, because they seemed like the type who would, like, this person might even iron their shirt, but for some reason they can't vacuum their home. So also this with the sun here, I don't know why, but I think of like corona when I see this sun. I don't know if it's just me who has corona on my mind right now, but I feel like if maybe you met this person before corona, and so you haven't been in contact with them because of corona. And also, like with the emperor here, I also think that maybe this person has become an emperor because of corona, or is going to become an emperor because of corona. So maybe this corona period has actually made them realize a lot of things about themselves, and it might even have motivated them to become more independent and maybe create something like a business or something like that. And so and also their family could also have stopped supporting them financially because of corona. Maybe their family hasn't really maybe their family has financial problems because of corona in some way, and so maybe that's why they have stopped supporting them, this person, and so that might have motivated them into becoming more financially independent. And so I think this person has grown a lot in 2020, and I think they are already working on some lucrative business idea, something that is a passion of theirs, and I think this will benefit you as well when you start a relationship with this person. So yeah, that is what I see for you, group number 1. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and if you did, please subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you in my next reading. So bye. Hello, group number 2. You chose this peridot, and so I think first of all, I don't think you will meet this person while or I think you will meet this person while you are chasing someone else. Like you might have a crush on someone right now, but I don't think the person you have a crush on right now is your soulmate. I think it is actually quite strange, really, because I think there is a possibility that you will actually get to second or even third base with the crush you have on your mind right now before you meet this person, but you will fall in love with your soulmate instantly when you meet them, and well, you will forget all about the crush you have now when you meet this person. So, which of course is a bit of a shame for the person you have a crush on, of course, but I think they'll get over it. But for some of you, you might have met this person very briefly. Like if you have met this person, it's very, very unlikely that you have met this person, because I feel like it's a completely new person. But if you've met them, I think you've met them very, very, very briefly. Like you might have seen them in the grocery store, or they might have been a bartender or at a bar that you once were in. And so you might have seen this person, but you haven't talked to this person. So maybe in the future you will, maybe this is actually going to be quite funny for you, because maybe in the future you will actually realize that you might have attended the same party once, and you will both be very surprised because none of you have any recollection of ever meeting before. Or also, like, this could, like, you will find out that you were at the same place at the same time at some point, like in the past, and you just didn't notice each other back then. And so I think you will so like I will focus on appearance in this reading, so that you can really get some good hints and clues to this person, so that you can recognize them when you see them. And so this person might wear like flannel shirts, or like lumberjack shirts, or like checkered shirts, wear a tie or a bow tie, or even a bolo tie. I don't think this person will be a conventional dresser. I think they take some chances with their outfits. I also think this person tucks their shirt into their pants, and I think this person might even try to rock suspenders. Like, I think this person might work as a bartender, as I said before. Like, they might also be this might also be the dress code, like at the bar they work at. Maybe they work at like a German beer bar, and so they might have to wear lederhosen at work. So this could also be a clue that you might meet this person in October, because the Oktoberfest. So maybe there will be an event of like an Oktoberfest event, and you will meet this person there. I know this is very specific, but I see that you will walk somewhere with a Ferris wheel in the background. And I know this sounds a bit like a cheesy movie, but I feel like you will walk somewhere like near water, and there will be a Ferris wheel in the background. So this is more like a harbor, not a beach, I think. So I feel like the place is more concrete, like the sidewalk is more concrete than it is boardwalk. So I don't think it's a beach. So I get a strong feeling that this could be London, but it could also be Netherlands, Seattle, or Singapore. But it could also be just anywhere with a Ferris wheel near a harbor that is not a beach. And it could even be like a traveling carnival or something like that. So I feel like the sky will be quite grey, so I get a bit of a rainy feel. So I don't think you will meet in a very hot country. I also feel like this person might wear like a long jacket, so like a trench coat. So I feel like the weather will be quite cold. So it's not likely it's in the summertime. I think you might meet this person at a bar, and maybe they will be the bartender, and they might ask you to hook up with them after their shift or something like that, and then you will go for a walk. And I feel like this could happen like in the early morning after a night of partying, or maybe if this is like some sort of carnival, this could be in the afternoon as well, like the late afternoon. So for some of you, you might also meet through online dating. Maybe they have a profile picture of them bartending, or maybe them in like an Oktoberfest costume, or maybe a picture of them with a Ferris wheel in the background. And so, but if this person is a bartender, I feel like this is a part-time job. I think they might be in school, or well, maybe they work full-time as a bartender because they are burnouts. Maybe they are taking a leap year from school. But I think this person might be in a more mathematical field, maybe math or engineering, but they could also study business or finance. Maybe they even own their own business. Like if you find this person through online dating, they might also have like a Polaroid picture on their profile. They might also have an interest in photography and maybe old cameras. So this is very specific, but I also think this person is a lefty, which also makes me think that this person could have a creative side as well. They might like to draw. They might also be into anime. So I also heard like Dondi, and so that's a graffiti artist. So this person might be into street art as well. And I also heard Glendale, and so maybe this person is from Glendale in California, and so maybe they have a Ferris wheel there. I don't know, but I also heard Barbados and Rhodos, and so I don't think this person is from either one of those places, but maybe you'll actually meet on a vacation, and so maybe you will make a decision to travel the world as soon as we've beaten the coronavirus, and maybe you will find this person on your trip. Maybe this person will work in a bar, or even a bar inside like a hotel, and so maybe it's like a vacation job, and maybe you will work at the same hotel in a foreign country, or even in an exotic country, and you'll just hit it off. Maybe you will even go on one of those bartending courses where they travel to some exotic country and learn how to bartend. So I know this doesn't really make sense with the cold weather thing, but maybe you will meet at an exotic country and realize that you both come from, well, a rainy country like Great Britain or somewhere else. So you will go on a date when you get home as well. And so that's funny, because when I was like, I also felt like this person has, for some reason, I thought of like John Travolta in Greece, and they met on an exotic vacation and then realized afterwards that they attended the same school. So maybe something similar will happen to you. This could also, for some of you, already have happened. Maybe you met this person very briefly on an exotic vacation once a long time ago, and maybe you have completely forgot about it, but then you will soon realize that they have moved very close to your town, and so that's exciting. So I also think that I think you will be there's also something here where I think you will meet this person at a bar and you will look a bit lost. Maybe your friends will ditch you, and so you will be alone, and this person might come to you and buy you a drink, and I also think this person might this person could be the bartender at the bar, but this could also be that this person is like a regular at some bar you will be going to, but not like in a bad way. I just think this person might have a go-to bar, and so also you might meet this person in another city than your hometown. So again, it could be on a vacation. It could also be that your car will break down somewhere and you will have to stay the night at a hotel, and you'll meet this person in the hotel bar. Or maybe for some of you, you'll actually meet this person when you are out on a date with someone else, and maybe your date will ditch you, and so you will be alone at the bar, and then this person will swoop in and keep you company, or if you wait a long time for a date to show up, this person might keep you company while you are waiting. And I think you will feel like fate brought you together in some way, like you were at the same place at the same time. And I also think when you start talking to this person that you will realize something that seems like it can't truly be a coincidence that you two met. Maybe that was actually how you met the first time around, the time you met before, but none of you have a recollection of it. Maybe that happened very randomly. Maybe this person's car broke down, or maybe they fell asleep on the train and had to make a stop in your hometown or something like that. And maybe if you went to the same school camp, this person might have been on the school camp by accident. Maybe they were supposed to be on another school camp, but some error was made in the application and they ended up in the same school camp as you. You will realize that there's that way back when you met the first time, that the universe was trying to push you together, but by causing all these freak accidents, and at last you will meet this person, and many years later, and it will all make sense to you. You'll know that it was always meant to be, that it was always in the cards for you that you two should meet. That on several occasions you were at the same place at the same time. And also when you start talking to this person, you might realize that you have a friend in common, or that your father and their father were buddies back in college or something like that, which will seem very surreal because you might not even live in the same town or even or the same state, or even the same country. And I think you'll know that this union is meant to be when those strange, freaky things pop up. But let's draw some cards for you. So the Moon, Ace of Wands, Justice, Eight of Wands reversed, and the Devil reversed. So let's draw some archetype cards as well. So a blank card, Child, Orphan, and Teacher. So I think with a blank card here, I think this person might be mutable, like a mutable sign. So Virgo, Gemini, Pisces, or Sagittarius. And also the point with these blank cards is that you're supposed to write your own archetype on them. So this person can become whoever you want them to be. And so I think this person is very adaptable, and that might actually be because of this orphan card. Actually, this person might have lost their parents as a child, or maybe they were in foster care or something like that, where this person lived in a foreign home growing up, where they had to adapt to their environment. They might even have been, it could also be something where they were sent to boarding school, or maybe sent to another country to be like an exchange student very young. And so but I think this person has learned to adapt to the environment. They had to become whoever they sensed that others wanted them to be. And so that might be something you notice about this person, that this person is a bit of a people pleaser. This person will do a lot of things that might be a bit out of character for them, but they do it just to make people like them. So they will seem a bit like a chameleon. You will probably notice that they will make their opinion known to you about something, and then if you disagree with them, they will agree with you. Like they will they will quickly sail the ship to shore and change their opinion entirely to fit yours. Like this person might say that they think something is a bad idea, and you might say that you think it's a good idea, and then they will cave in and say, well, you're probably right, that's a good idea. And so you will probably be annoyed by this, but this person will only do it in the beginning when they are not sure that you like them, because this person has some abandonment issues. They will be afraid to say one wrong thing, and that the wrong thing they say will turn people away from them forever. So as long as they are not completely sure that you will stay in their life, they will watch their words, and they will make sure to not not share too much, but as soon as they get comfortable around you, they will open up. And so, although I do think this person will be cautious to not step on your toes, and I don't think this will be anything that will wear off throughout your relationship. I think this person has a tendency to become a bit submissive in a relationship. You should watch out for that, because and you should try to find a balance, because they will try to dig their own grave in this relationship, because they might so I think you have a job here, and of course it is your choice to take that job or not. Like you're not obligated to do anything, but this person is a type who tends to self-sacrifice. They can easily put their own needs aside to accommodate the needs of others. Maybe this is because, well, they grew up with absent parents, maybe alcoholics, or even parents who had mental illnesses, and so they were always aware of their parents' needs, but never their own needs, and they probably learned to not demand anything from their parents. And if they ended up in foster care or in an orphanage, it might have been the same thing, especially if this person was in foster care. They might have felt like they had to be on their best behavior at all time, and that they shouldn't become too demanding, because if they were too demanding, their foster family would dump them back into the system. And so they have learned to put themselves aside. They have learned to become a nobody, like the blank card here. Like they have learned to become to change into exactly the person people want them to be. And so I think you will need to fill out the blanks on this card for this person, because this person might not be able to do it themselves, and you will need to help this person discover their own identity. You need to help them be more true to themselves, be more comfortable in their own skin. Like, you know, the shapeshifter in like X-Files, it shed its skin every time it shifted shape and became a new person. And so I think this person sheds their skin all the time. Like every time they meet a new person, like they kind of shift into a new person and then throw away the skin and leave that behind, if that makes sense. So you need to help them stop shedding their skin. You need to help them stay in their own skin, hold on to their skin. And I'm a bit reminded by a song by Leonard Cohen, and it goes like, I heard the snake was baffled by his sin. He shed his scales to find the snake within, but born again is born without a skin. The poison enters into everything. So I think you need to help this person get born without a skin, really, because this person puts on a new skin every time they meet a new person. They change their persona. They adapt to the other person's expectations, and they shapeshift into the person that they believe will make them more likable to the person they are talking to. And they do it as a way to shield themselves, but they need to become naked. They need to shed their final skin and not grow a new one, because like they need to become completely naked without a skin, just their complete true self, because the poison enters into everything, and it doesn't matter what skin you put on, it will not shield you from the poison. It only appears that way, but it really doesn't. So yeah, well, maybe this person also has a drinking problem as well. So and well, it makes sense, since like I get the sense that their parents might have had a drinking problem as well, and so maybe maybe this is like a family pattern that is being repeated again. So but with the teacher here, like, this person is really smart. They have the ability to communicate knowledge, experience, skill, and wisdom, like it says here, like, and they could become a really good teacher one day. And I can see that because I think this person has had a very rough life, so I think they can empathize with their students. They know how it is to go through challenges. And also it says here that not on this card, but on this card here, it says independence based on learning to go it alone. And so I think this person is autodidact, so someone who has learned, who has taught themselves everything they know, and so they will be good teachers because they have learned things themselves, so from scratch, without anyone telling them the answers. And so they can use their own experience. And also I think this person might have found alternative ways to learn things, and so they might teach others how to learn things the way they learned things. So but let's look at these tarot cards here. So with the moon here, I think in the beginning of this relationship, there will be some insecurities, there will be some anxiety. I think mostly it will be this person, your soulmate, but it could be both of you, really. I think there will be some trust issues in the beginning where this person might not share a lot of themselves really to you. So they will maybe be a bit shy towards you, and they will not be the one who asks you out, for example. I think they will wait for you to ask them out, because I think this person is afraid of rejection. They are afraid of like moving too fast, and they would lose you for they're afraid of moving too fast, and that moving too fast would make you would scare you away, really. So maybe this has happened to them in the past, that they became too eager, and that scared some people off. Like they wanted to seal the deal quickly, because maybe they tried the opposite approach, and like maybe they've tried both approaches. Like maybe they have tried to be too eager, and also be too withdrawn, or too blocked by their own securities, and so they don't know what approach they should do when they meet you, like what approach they should take on, because they might have had bad experiences with not making a move, and also with making a move too fast. And so, but with the Ace of Wands here. I think when you both get past that awkward phase where you are both a bit anxious and nervous and don't know what to say or how to break the ice, I think it will go quite smoothly afterwards. I think you will realize that you are very compatible sexually, and I think the sex will be very good, which I think will really help this relationship move further. And then the Justice card here suggests that like it's a good omen because I think it is referring to what I talked about before about the imbalance, that this person might have a tendency to become too submissive in a relationship, but I think you will actually find a very good power balance, and no one will be the dominant and no one will be submissive in this relationship, and that's good. So it also tells me that the issues will be resolved for a moment, like the issues this person has. So with the Eight of Wands here reversed, I think you might experience a bit of a dry spell at some point in your relationship. I think this might be sexually, like I think your relationship will be very passionate at first, then it will wear off as soon as the honeymoon phase is over and everything becomes routine based, if that makes sense. I also think maybe this person will actually have some problems getting an erection, maybe because of medication, or maybe with the Devil reversed here, it could also have to do with alcohol as well. So not to freak you out or anything, but like I think this will maybe take a toll on your relationship, but it could also be that at some point this relationship will move very slowly. Maybe it will take you a while to convince this person to move in together, but I guess it makes sense, like with the Orphan card here, that this person is not really fond of living with others. Really, they have tried that in the past and they were not a fan of it, so they might like to live alone, really. And so they might also be they might have a problem being themselves with others, like being 100% themselves in the company of others. So they might feel like their home is their only safe space where they can be themselves completely, and so if they moved in with someone, that would kind of ruin that for them. And so I also think it makes sense because this person shapeshifts every time they meet someone new, and so the only place where they can be themselves completely is at like in their home, because then there is no one there to shapeshift for, like, so they probably don't really know who they are unless they are alone at home, because they keep shapeshifting and it confuses them when they are with other people. Like they keep adapting so much to other people that they can't really figure out who they are themselves. And so I think it's very safe for them to be alone, to live alone. But I think at some point when you are very comfortable around each other, it will change. So I also think with the devil here reversed, I think it's about codependency. And so this person might have a tendency to self-sacrifice for others, and you might have to help them with that. Like, I also think this person might have a problem receiving love. Like, they might not have a problem giving love to others, but they might have a problem with receiving it. Like, and they might have a problem demanding things from others, really. I think this is... I think this person really wants to do everything by themselves. Like, they don't want to ask anyone for help. They would rather use hours to figure something out by themselves than to ask someone for help. But they will gladly help everyone else, and they will be digging their own grave in a way, because they will experience more and more that their friends and family will take advantage of them and give them nothing in return, and they will become bitter because of it. But it is a cycle that they can break out of if they just start to ask for help as well. So I don't actually think this will be a problem you'll have with them. I don't think this person will be afraid of demanding things from you or ask you for help, but I think it will annoy you that their family and even their friends might take advantage of them, that they will not respect them, and you will feel an urge to butt in and scold their family and friends. It will probably not bother this person who's your soulmate. Like, it might not bother them. You will probably have some fights with this person about self-respect, because this person will, like, maybe this person will buy beer for their friends, and like when they go to the bar, but you'll feel like it's unfair because they never return the favor, and so you will be annoyed that they allow others to treat them like dirt, and you'll maybe even feel like they are buying their friends as well. And also, I think this is the case with their family as well. Their family will probably call them to do errands for them, to help them with something around the house, and or to fix something. And I think this person will drop everything they have in their hands and run to their rescue, but their family will never return the favor, and you will even have experiences where you will be very disappointed by the family, because you might ask them to help with something in the future where their family will refuse. And I don't actually think it is this person who will become bitter. I think you will become bitter. Like, with time, you will become bitter on their behalf. You'll feel like the family is treating them unfairly, and by treating them unfairly, they are actually treating you unfairly as well. And so you will become more and more mad that you will be married to a doormat, really, and you will feel like it is affecting you as well, because all these abusive people who are surrounding this person will keep abusing this person in the future. They will take up this person's time. So when you get children, this person might have to run out and make errands for their shitty family, and you'll be left alone in the meantime with the children all by yourself. And maybe these errands will also fuck up some of your plans, and so it will affect you, since they will be hogging your spouse. And then I see that in the future you will ask their family for something very, very small, and they will refuse, and it will eat you up from the inside. But really you can also break this cycle by asking this person to stop doing errands for their family and friends. So to like stop sacrificing themselves for shitty people who only cares about them when they need help with something. So now I'm going on a rant, I know. So yeah, with the devil here reversed, I actually get why this person might develop a drinking problem. Really sorry to say that, but this person has been suppressing their emotions and needs their whole life and put other people first. And maybe the only way this person can really ignore the needs of others is to numb themselves with alcohol. And so I do see that this will be counterintuitive, because they might end up ignoring your needs as well. And so to escape all the people who keep demanding things from this person, they will end up escaping from the people who they actually want to provide for. But well, no relationship is perfect. I know I might have shared too much with you already, but I'm actually not worried, because I have been reading tarot for myself for the past 10 years. I've always gotten bad omens and warnings about people, but somehow the universe has always been capable of blocking that information from me. Like if I make a forecast about love, I seem to forget about it as soon as I fall in love, and then when it all turns to shit, I remember the forecast and realize that I was actually warned that it would all turn to shit. And so well, that's not very I don't know where I was going with that, but I think I actually think you might be a bit similar to this person. You might have thought throughout this reading that this reading was about you and not your soulmate, and you might have thought like maybe you are your own soulmate then, and that could also be, but mostly I just think you will be very similar. Like you will, this is like you will have the same issues, you will come from maybe a similar background, and so you will really be able to help each other with many of the same issues, really. And like you might have a family like this as well, and you might be thinking, why do I always end up with families like that? But I think or people like that, why do I always get the bad end of the stick? But or how does that go? I don't know, but maybe you will be able to teach each other how to break out of this pattern of codependency, because you will not be codependent on each other, but you will help each other become less codependent on other people, or that other people will be less codependent on, I don't know, but you will teach each other to like value yourself. And I think it will also come naturally, because I think with time, as you get to know each other, as you start to see each other for who you truly are, you will have one person in your life who loves you. Like loves the person you truly are. And I think this goes for both of you. Like you will feel like you have in each other, you will have that one person who sees you, and you might not have had that in the past, like people who really saw you for who you were. And so you will have that in this person, and this person will see you and love you for everything. Like so it's unconditional love. And I think none of you have experienced unconditional love yourself. So it will be quite a stepping stone for both of you to start a new and improved life, where you can meet people with more confidence, where you will not be ashamed or try to hide the real you, because you will know that there is one person in your life who you don't have to impress and act differently towards in order to get acceptance. And that will completely stop you from seeking any sort of validation or confirmation from others, because you will have it from your partner, and you will not care as much about what other people think and whether people like you or not, because you will have each other, and that will be enough. And even if you should drift apart from each other in the future, which I don't think will happen, but if you do, I think you will still have learned a lot from this relationship. You will know your worth and your value, and you will not settle for anyone who values you less than this person. And so they will really set the tone for relationships afterwards. They will set the bar very high, so that you won't settle for anything less than you deserve. But I don't think, I think if this relationship ends in the future, I think it will have nothing to do with love, that you will lose the love for each other or something like that. I just think this person will get in their own way. They will like I see a pattern of self-sabotage. So maybe you will like if you have children with this person, I think you will leave this person because of the impact that their drinking or whatever problem they will have in the future, that the impact that has on your children. And so you will do it because of your children, and it will be very devastating for both of you. It will be a hard decision, but I see that it will, if you make a decision to leave this person, it will be a responsible decision, and I still think you will have a lot of love for each other afterwards as well, after this decision. So but that I hope you enjoyed this reading, and if you did, please subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you in my next reading. Bye. Hello, group number 3. You chose this Numite. So I think this person might be very tall. Like they might be as tall as like a basketball player. Maybe this person actually plays basketball. This person might also play some other type of sport. I think this person is very sporty. Like they might also wear like sports wear, like shirts with their favorite sports team on them, like Lakers or something like that. And I think you might have met this person in the past, for some of you, this person could have been a childhood friend, but I actually think for some of you, well, maybe one of you, that this person could actually be someone who used to be friends with your brother, older brother growing up. Maybe you were the younger sibling who were like always peeping through the door growing up. So I think there might be an age difference between you two, but this could also have been someone the same age as you, but this person was just very tall for their age. I think this person was a bit like a big brother to you. They might have been very playful towards you, like they might have lifted you up on their shoulder and refused to put you down and things like that. You might have been very small or very short, and so they might have had fun picking you up, like lifting you up for some reason. So if this is someone from your childhood, I think this person might, like if this is not someone from your childhood, I think this person might act like this today as a grown-ass man or woman, of course. Like they might be very playful, like they like to make pranks and they like to do things that is completely out of people's comfort zone. Like this person can't ignore their urge to like push someone into the pool, like in a playful way and a fun way. I also think this person is really good with children. Like they are the type who is not afraid of like lifting children up and almost throwing them up in the air, and they might not think very much about the safety and things like that. They just want to put a smile on children's faces, and they will do the same to you. Like you, if you seem sad and they don't know how to cheer you up, they might lift you up and throw you into the pool. Like in a way, I really think this person, like even though this person is very immature and childish, there is something very light about them. Very, like this person is very happy and cheerful and in a good mood all the time. And so I feel like this person is, also this person is very handsy, like not in a pervy way, but like I think this person likes to show their feelings through touch, and not only like feelings of love. I also think they show their friends that they appreciate them by hugging and putting their arms around their friends' shoulders. Like this person is not at all afraid of touching others. Like they are not afraid of being perceived as like too affectionate or even like a homosexual. I think this person is very comfortable with their own sexuality, and they are just very comfortable in their own skin, really. So I also think this person is very confident. So this is a bit of a strange thing, but I think if you've played music together with this person, like an instrument, like a blowing instrument, so like a saxophone or something like that, or trumpet, this person might have helped you use your diaphragm, and so they might have touched your stomach to like make sure you were using your diaphragm. And so I think this person just did it in a very natural way. Like this person made like touching people's stomach seem natural, like, and not awkward at all. And you might have felt a bit awkward that they were touching your stomach. This could also have been like a singing thing, like this person might have helped you with your voice. But let's draw some archetype cards to find out what type of person this person is. Okay, so bully and child, wounded, and messiah. So with a bully here, I don't think you should be alarmed about it. I just think it is referring to the fact that that this person has a tendency to prank people or make practical jokes on other people's behalf, and like, you know, push people into the pool, as I said before. And this person believes it is fun for the victims as well, and often it is. Often it does put a smile on people's faces, but I don't think this person realizes that people might withdraw from them and that people might be a bit intimidated by them, that they might actually be making people around them feel a bit uncomfortable. I also think this person is the type who would tickle people, which sounds a bit strange, but and like they might be the type who says like, well, you were laughing, so it must have been fun because you were laughing. And so I don't think this person is really aware of how uncomfortable this person is making everyone else by being so physical and being so handsy and and go and like the private sphere, like this person doesn't really accept other people's private sphere. Like this person just well, I think this person is very impulsive and but I don't think this person has bad intentions. I just think they think it's fun, and so I don't think this person perceives themselves as a bully at all. And so with the child wounded here, I think this person has some baggage from their childhood, but I also think this is about how they are very good with children as well, because you see this person here is like hugging these children very, very tightly, and I think like this person is protecting the children, and so I think this person really wants to protect children and they want to work with children. Maybe this person already works with children, like, and I think it is because they were neglected as a child themselves, and so they want to make a difference for other children. And maybe they might actually be this childish because they felt like they were robbed from a childhood themselves, so they might not have had much fun as a child, so they might not have had any grown-ups who picked them up and lifted them up and played with them, and so maybe this person is good with children because they have this urge to give children what they didn't have as a child themselves. And so I think this person might work as a kindergarten teacher or a coach, like a sports coach. Maybe this person used to play like basketball, but because they were injured, they chose to teach instead, and maybe they are teaching children, and maybe children in need or from a bad neighborhood, but I think it is because they had a bad childhood themselves. And if this is someone you might have dated a while back, you can see the shadow attributes here as well. Like it says, blames all dysfunctional relationships on childhood wounds. So maybe this person, like if you broke up with this person in the past, they might blame it on their childhood wounds. They might not take the blame on themselves, and that might have been why you broke up with this person in the first place, that they were not taking responsibility for their actions, and they were blaming everyone else for their own wrongdoings. So, but I get a sense that you might have, maybe maybe this person overstepped your boundaries in the past, and or maybe they were just immature and irresponsible. But that made you cut contact with them, something they did in the past. So, but let's draw some cards here. So, 2 of Wands, Death, 8 of Swords, Queen of Oysters, which is Queen of Pentacles, the Magician reversed, the Empress reversed, and 8 of Cups reversed. So I think with the 2 of Wands here, I think you are like night and day. In one of my other tarot decks, this card has like a checkers board on it, and so I think you will have many fights because you will be very different. You will be black and white. You will not see eye to eye, and with the Death card here, I get a strong sense that this is an ex from the past, because I feel like this relationship died in the past, and it was because you were just too different. And also with the 2 of Wands here, in the Rider-Waite, this person is holding a globe. So this could have been a long distance relationship. But I think this person might be thinking of traveling back towards you. And when they do, I think they might be somewhat transformed with the Death here. They might have changed a lot of their personality, or like a lot of they might have resolved some of their issues. They might be a changed man or woman when they come in. So if this is not an ex, I think you'll meet when you begin something completely new, something new and exciting, like a new adventure. So maybe you start a new job or a new school, and I think you'll meet this person there. Of course, it goes without saying that in the beginning of that at the beginning of something new is also an ending of something else. And so with a death here, I think you might meet this person when you end something. Maybe you will drop out of school or something like that, and maybe you will meet, or maybe you will end another relationship with someone else, and then at that point you will meet this person, and maybe you'll also meet at a place where you will be very far from each other at first. Like, so maybe this could be like a game. So this person could be playing a game and you might be sitting in the audience, or this could be like the theater or a play, or even like a school play or like a college play, where you will be in the audience and this person will be on the stage, or this person will be in the audience and you will be on the stage. So but it could also be that you will just meet at a party or at a bar where this person might be playing something like maybe beer pong or something like that, and you might stand and be like an audience and look at them play. And so I get a feeling that there will be some time before, like, you will meet this person, and then there will be some time before you actually talk to them. Like, you will have had some time to check them out. So it could also, it could also be that you will actually just meet at a game where you both will be in the audience, so I think this could also be like a checkout in like an airport. So maybe you will meet this person randomly at a checkout in an airport, or like in the baggage claim or something like that in an airport. And so I know this won't resonate with a lot of you, but it might resonate with a few of you. You might, if this is an ex, you might have children with this person. This person might be your baby daddy, or baby mommy. I don't know, but I actually think you are. If you have children with this person, I think you are very compatible as parents. You might not be very compatible as a couple, but I think you should, if you have separated with this person because of your differences, then you might have to reconsider, because you might not be the greatest couple, but you are good parents together. I don't think you are very good parents apart. So I think you might have to be together for your children, because like you might be very serious and this person might be a bit loosey-goosey, a bit fun, and so like I see that this is a bit of like a parent couple where the one is the good cop and the other one is a bad cop. And I think you, when you were together with this person, you were probably very annoyed that you were always the bad cop, that this person was never responsible enough, like and you felt like you wanted to be the good cop sometimes, but I think as you have separated, I think it isn't ideal for the children, because at your place the atmosphere might be a bit too serious, and at this other person's place it might be a bit too loosey-goosey and a bit too disorganized. And so I think you unite very good, and you complement each other very good when you are together. And I know it's you might also have felt like you didn't agree on parenting, which might have made you feel like you might have felt like this person was continuously trying to sabotage the structure you had built, and so you were always a party pooper, but really it was this person who was not following your rules, and you felt like it was disrespectful that they kept getting in the way, really. And I think your children have learned to appreciate your structure and your organization skills, and because it might be a bit chaotic at this person's house. And so but that's only a few of you. I see that most of you don't have children, so but I really think if you have children with this person, I think you should maybe think of getting back together with this person just until the children are old enough to move away from home. And I know it's bad advice, but I feel like the children would benefit from that. So, and I also think that you will start to appreciate some of this person's sides, and like maybe you will even appreciate this person's childish side, because it is light and breezy, and you might see how you complement each other in the future, that you balance each other out. And you might be very ambitious, and you might think that this person will get in the way of your goals and aspirations, but I actually think it will be the opposite, because I think this person will actually encourage you to follow your dreams, even when you feel discouraged yourself, because you perceive your dreams as maybe a bit unrealistic. And I think this person is a bit of a dreamer, someone who sees the glass half full instead of half empty, someone who's very optimistic, and you might be a bit pessimistic yourself. And so I think when you join forces, this person will actually encourage you to do the unimaginable, to do things that you had never dared to even dream of. And eventually this union will help you become this Queen of Pentacles, and it will give you a lot of wealth and a lot of prosperity. You will become very successful, but before that you will have this Eight of Swords period where you will feel a bit anxious and a bit you will get in your own way, you will overthink things, but this person will really help you, because this person doesn't overthink at all. They barely think sometimes. And so I think this person doesn't give much thought to the consequences of their actions, which will drive you mad. You will hate that side of them, and I don't think that will change. But I think this person will change with time, but your perception of them will still be a bit bad, like especially that side of them. Like it will keep nagging you, even like even after they have changed quite a bit. But so maybe be aware that when they actually start to develop, that you don't push them like back into that box that you like, that you don't that you actually see the development, that you don't like so. But I think when I think you will influence this person, you will make them, you will change them, because you will see that you like you will, well, you will have a positive effect on each other, I think. And I also think that with the death card here, this person might be a Scorpio, but I also think that this person, like this, you will transform each other. I also think maybe there will be an accident for this. This person will maybe get into an accident, or this might have actually happened already, and they'll realize that they should be more cautious and that they should think things through a bit more. Maybe this has already happened, and maybe this will kind of take the top off their happy-go-lucky mentality. Not that I think they will lose it completely, I just think they will restrain themselves a bit. So I actually feel like this like, I don't know what I was going to say, but with the Magician here reversed, I think this is a very good omen, because when it's upright, I don't really see the Magician as the greatest card when I do love readings, because it does kind of, it's a bit of an, well, when it's upright, it's a bit of a manipulative person. And so I think when it's reversed, I think this person is very not manipulative at all. This person is very much what you see is what you get. They like no bullshit at all. This person is not shady. This person is not a liar, not a cheater. This person has a lot of annoying traits. This person does a lot of stupid things, but it is mostly because this person might have ADD and they don't really think before they act, and they might not think before they speak either. Like this person will do a lot of dumb things and regret it later. They will say a lot of stupid things, but I really think they will regret it afterwards, and they will apologize afterwards. Like this is the type who will fuck up and then apologize and then do the exact same thing 10 seconds later, and you will be very frustrated because they seem to never really learn, and they act very impulsively. And many times I actually think it's because this person is so honest that they get in trouble. And like, so if you have like a history with dishonest partners who were doing a lot of things behind your back and lying to your face about it, then this is not that type of person. This person is very different. This person can't really lie at all. And I think it is very easy to tell if this person is lying, because this person does not have a good poker face, and you will probably have fights like if you are a woman and this person is a man, and you ask this person if you look fat in a dress, this person will say yes and then buy you flowers afterwards to make up for it, and they will be sorry and regret it, but they will do the same mistake again later, and because this is just how they are. And they will not say what you want to hear. That's the thing about them. They are not manipulative. They don't really understand how you can lie to get something. Like they don't really think that far. So they will not think that they can say something to you that will make you do something for them, or so this person is very simple, and simple is good, really. Like maybe you are rolling your eyes thinking that this sounds a bit like a dumb person, but this person might actually be your dream partner. Like you might think that your dream partner is very deep and smart and someone you can have a deep conversation with, but I think like you might have a lot of air in your natal chart. You might have a lot of Mercury energy, so you really want a partner who you can have conversations with. But this person is not that. But this person is actually, well, if this person is actually a bit of a conversation killer. Like I said before, like if you seem sad, this person will throw you in the pool. They will not know what to say, or they don't know how to react to other people's emotions. So they do something silly to like break the tension. And so this person's love language is very physical, and so like this person will show you a lot of affection with their touch. And I also think this person is an energy healer, and that might be actually what this Messiah card is about. I think this person can heal with their energy and their hands, and so I think they have that skill, and that's pretty good. I think this person could actually be very good at massaging people, and so they could be a very good masseuse, or like a chiropractor, or something where they can heal people's injuries and things like that. So I also think that this person, if this person is not working with children, as I said before, this person could do something with their hands. So like this person could be a carpenter, but I think so with the Empress here, I hate to say this, but I think you might get a horrible mother-in-law, and I don't think you will get along with their mother at all. And I think this is quite typical, because I think this person will be completely blind to their mother. They will not be able to see anything wrong with their mother at all, and I think that is because their mother is manipulative as hell, and they are not manipulative at all, and so they can't recognize the manipulative behavior. Like their mother might say some really toxic and rude things to you, they might even try to get between you two and ruin the relationship, and it will seem completely obvious to you that your mother-in-law is trying to sabotage, and it will seem completely obvious, and like that your mother-in-law is trying to sabotage. but this person will just laugh it off and tell you that they are sure their mother didn't mean anything by it, that it is all just a big misunderstanding, that they don't think their mother would ever try intentionally to sabotage the relationship, because look at this sweet lady here when she's upright. So, but it's really a sheep in disguised as an old lady, and so I think this person will like, you know, sheeps are not very harmless creatures at all. Sheeps can be very destructive, actually. They look harmless, but they can ruin a whole forest because they eat the bark of the trees, which eventually kills the trees and eventually can kill big forests. And so I think this mother-in-law will try to get between you two, and they will try to ruin your tree. Like, they will even try to ruin your family. Like, if you start a family with this person, this mother-in-law will actually try to ruin the family tree, like, so that you, like, maybe they will actually try to convince you to not get any children, or they might, if you have children with this person, they might this mother-in-law might criticize your children and your parenting. And I think the only way to really save your relationship with this person is to make a fence around the sheep, so that the sheep can't wander out and eat the bark off and kill the things you have worked hard to create together. But it will not be easy, especially as this person is so blind towards her. Another thing I also see is that you shouldn't be alone with her. Always have your partner by your side, because she might be on her best behavior in front of your partner, but as long as your partner leaves the room, she can say whatever she wants to, because she can always deny it. If you tell your partner about what she said to you one-on-one, this mother-in-law can just lie about it. So with the 8 of Cups here reversed, this is actually a good card. I think this person will help you maybe get out of some depression. If you get depressed at some point in this relationship, I think this person will lift you up, like lift your mood up. And when it's upright, this card, this person is leaving something that is no longer serving them. And so I think this will be about staying together, really. I don't think you will give up on each other. You will be together through thick and thin. But also I think this is another indicator that this person might be an ex that you have left, and so you will find each other again. And maybe it was good for you to have this time apart where you could gain clarity and put things in perspective, and maybe you will be able to see this relationship through new eyes. Like on this card here, this person is leaving these hats here behind, because like you can see here that in this picture here, there's a lot of wind where this person is going. So I think because the wind is blowing through like this person's hair, I think there is a lot of wind. So it doesn't really make sense to wear a hat, because the hat will just fall right off because of the wind, and so you might walk, as this is reversed, I think you might walk back to the hats, and you will walk, and the wind will be still when you walk back. So now you can easily wear a hat as you couldn't before. So I think that maybe you will realize that that because of that you might have dumped this person because of outer circumstances, because they didn't fit into your life, they didn't want the same things as you, and they were blocking you from achieving what you wanted to achieve. And maybe you will, in the future, you will have achieved the thing you wanted to achieve, or you will have given up on that dream, or you will find out that the dream, that there's no rush in achieving that dream. And so I think it will be wise, because I think this person will actually encourage you to achieve that dream. Like, if you tell them about it, I think they will be very supportive. And so maybe you both have had a bit of a hard time after the breakup. Maybe you've both felt a bit depressed, and maybe you've been very lonely apart. But also, if you have children with this person, you might realize that it is more difficult to live separately than together. And so maybe you actually will move together, maybe not as a couple, but just as co-parents, or even just as friends. And maybe this will actually work for you. So that is what I see for you, group number 3. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and if you did, please subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you in my next reading. Bye. Hello, group number 4. So, first of all, I am very happy to see that like, I think actually the majority of you have actually met your soulmate already, which is really exciting. But I'll try to channel some hints and clues about this person so that you can recognize them. So I think this person might be working with computers, or they might be studying technology or engineering. Well, for many of you, this person is not someone you've met. I'm not 100% sure, but like, this person could be studying technology or engineering, and I've also heard something about karaoke. I don't think this person works with anything about karaoke, but I think you may have met this person in the past at a karaoke bar, or at a party where there was karaoke, and with this, like, or this could have been a theme party, like maybe you sang Tina Turner with this person, or at like an 80s theme party, or maybe this person was dressed like Tina Turner, or this could even have been a drag show where there was like a Tina Turner impersonator. But this could also be the future, that you will meet at a party an 80s theme party, and maybe this person will actually be the host of that party. But mostly I get the feeling that this person might be someone you work with or will work with in the future, or someone you go to school with or will go to school with in the future. I also heard the song Lost by Frank Ocean, and so I believe it's mostly about tits. So maybe you have big tits, or this person has big tits, and for some reason that might be significant. So also there's some geographical hints in that song as well. So this person might be from Florida, or maybe this person could also be from Miami, Amsterdam, Tokyo, Spain, Los Angeles, India, and you could also meet this person at when you are maybe this person, maybe you will be actually lost when you meet this person, literally lost. Maybe you were looking at Google Maps and trying to navigate to some address, and this person gave you directions. Or maybe this will happen in the future when you meet this person, if this person is a new person. So maybe this is like a college party or work party, and maybe you will be looking a bit lost when you meet this person for some reason. Maybe you walked into the wrong department, or maybe you lost your friends, maybe your friends ditched you, or so you were maybe looking or will be looking for your friends when you meet this person. And so you could also have started a new school, and you might have started in the middle of the semester, or maybe you transferred from a different school, and so you started in a class where everyone already knew each other. So when you walked into the classroom, this person might have asked you if you were lost, if you had walked into the wrong classroom because they hadn't seen you before. And so, but on a deeper level, this person might think you are a bit lost, but you don't that you don't know what you want in life, that you don't know which direction you want to go in life. And so I have a feeling that if you work with this person, your workplace could be an office, maybe something where you have to wear a suit and a tie. So I think you might, for the people of you who has already met this person, I think you might have had a falling out period, and so maybe maybe this is because of Corona, so maybe all employees at the office has been advised to work from home, and so maybe you worked from home the whole year, and so maybe this person has felt like they lost you because of that. Maybe they have maybe they think you dropped out of school, or if this is school, or that you stopped at the job that you were at, like, or something like that. And for some reason I feel like this person thinks that you will never see each other again. So this person could be Asian, or like, if not Asian, I actually get a redhead vibe as well. I also get that this person could be from Costa Rica or even Minneapolis. I also heard that this person could be a bit kitsch or kitschy, so a bit campy. Maybe this is also a part of this person's fascination with the 80s and disco music. Like, this person might have a fascination for nostalgic things, maybe even things from before they were born. Maybe this person hates all modern music. This person might also collect old gaming devices. Like, they might have an old GameCube, or like, I think this person plays like DOS games or on the computer. And I just think this person has a fascination for everything that is old, everything that reminds them of a simpler time. Maybe this person is a bit of a hipster as well, because this person might wear things ironically. Like, I also think this person might have a lot of items around their apartment that they've only bought because they were kitschy. Like, I also think this person might have like a history of giving people joke gifts, and I think other people have given them joke gifts as well. So their house might be filled with these lame items that their friends have bought them ironically, like maybe a poster of like Keyboard Cat or something, like maybe also like posters with like keep calm and carry on written on them. And they might think they are very stupid, but they have them like ironically. Like, this person might also like things that everyone else hates. Like, this person has a bit of a special snowflake syndrome. Like, if there is a consensus in their social group that something is lame, then they oppose that opinion and praise it as the most amazing thing in the world. Like this person kind of wants to be the devil's advocate all the time. Not that dramatically, but, you know, in a mild case, like if people talk about Dawson's Creek as like, and talks about it being like a very lame show, this person will say that it's the greatest show ever made. Like, this person might also be a part of the craze right now on the internet of people who suddenly are starting to glorify the Star Wars prequels, when like we all know that those movies were a bit trash. Like midichlorians, really, that was stupid. But well, so I think this person always takes on the opposite opinion than everyone else. And well, I don't think this person is serious about it, and I think it is hard to really get to know this person, because you can't really find out like what they actually think, what their true feelings are about things, how they truly feel about like Dawson's Creek. And because like if the whole room agrees with them and say, well, Dawson's Creek was pretty all right, then this person will take on the complete opposite opinion and say that it was bad. So it's like, I think this person might come from like a large city, like a city with a lot of people and maybe skyscrapers. I think this person is also someone who has a lot of marks with like funny quotes on them, and I also think this person loves to watch TV shows. Like, this person might have seen all the popular TV shows like Game of Thrones, but I'm very sure this person also watches the less popular shows like Flight of the Conchords, Moral, Oral, and, well, also like things from like Adult Swim. And I think this person likes to find like those gems that no one else has seen to really glorify them. And they might also be a fan of like very unknown bands. Like, this is the typical controversial, non-controversial person. Like, they might find something that no one knows about and no one likes and find something cool about it, and then they might like extremely well-known bands that is so well-known that everyone is kind of starting to hate it, and then this person comes along and starts seeing the appeal in these bands. And like, this is a type who like, if you play a Taylor Swift song for them, they will hate it. But then a few years later, when everyone is hating on Taylor Swift, this person will start to see the appeal in Taylor Swift. And I'm sorry, I'm really not highlighting this person's best qualities, but I'm just trying to give you as many hints and clues as possible so that you can recognize them. And for some reason, the negative is kind of coming through. But I think the cool part is that you can actually trick this person into like liking everything you like, if you just tell this person that you hate it. Like, if you want to watch a movie in the theater and this person doesn't want to see it, you just have to say that it's bad, and then this person will want to see it. So, or you can show this person a shitty review on IMDb, and then this person wants to see what people are hating this movie for. And so, but let's draw some archetype cards here. So the hedonist, shapeshifter, angel, and rebel. So that makes a lot of sense. So I think this person, like the hedonist here, is a bit of an odd man out. I'm not really sure about it, but maybe it's just that this person, like the light attributes here says, inspires creative energy to embrace the good things in life, celebrates the beauty in yourself. And the shadow attributes are pursues pleasure to the detriment of health, indulges at the expense of others. So, well, I feel like, well, maybe this person is a bit of an overeater, so this person could be a bit chubby, but this person could also just be someone who's very who likes to eat well and likes to celebrate, they might see an occasion in everything, like in every little thing, that everything should be celebrated, and that's not a bad thing at all. So I also think that, well, with the rebel here, that makes a lot of sense, and also with the shapeshifter here, I think that is talking about what I was talking about before. It's on the rebel card here. It says it rebels out of peer pressure or fashion, and so I think this person is very much like that. They don't follow what is, like, they don't like what is in fashion, like, really. So they like to swim against the stream. This person is really afraid of being perceived as mainstream, and with the shapeshifter here, it says projecting any image that serves your personal agenda in the moment. And it's not like that extreme, but I think this person just likes to play around with different opinions and different standpoints, which does make them seem a bit like a shapeshifter. Like, they change their opinion to oppose the room. Like, many people shapeshift to fit in, but this person does the opposite. Like, they shapeshift to stick out, to be different, and so to stand out, I mean. And so every time they sense that the room is united in agreement, this person shapeshifts to oppose the room. And I don't think this person is actually serious. I think this person, like 90% of the time, this person actually agrees with all the other people in the room, but there is no fun in that. So then they try to spice things up, and so they change their opinion and, well, in a way, their persona as well, to kind of stir the pot. And there is nothing wrong with that. It's all right that this person feels the need to provoke and rebel, because it is a good icebreaker, and it does light up the room. And I'm not being sarcastic at all. It's just really, it is really good that some people like to stir up the pot, because I agree with this person. It can become a bit too boring with everyone agreeing on something. Like, but of course, when you start a relationship with this person, you might need to remind them to not forget their own opinion. That it is it's a great party trick, but it shouldn't be more than just a party trick. Like, they need to know their own opinion. They shouldn't. And maybe this is actually with the angel card here. Maybe this is a defense mechanism, and maybe this person is shielding their own true opinion by always pretending to have other opinions. Like, they are doing this to hide their true opinion. And I also think this is why this person likes things, ironically, because this is also a way to shield their true interests. Like, if they don't share with others what they truly like, then people can't take it away from them. People can't ruin it for them, and people can't ridicule them for having those interests, or so they can keep it safe inside, where it is protected from the outer world. Like, if this person maybe secretly likes anime, then they will most likely speak badly of anime, because if they talked highly of it, then people would maybe make fun of them for it, and that would ruin anime for them forever. And if that makes sense, and so they have shielded themselves from ridicule by putting on this mask, because everyone can still make fun of them, but it can't hurt them because they know that people are just making fun of a fake persona that they have created, and it doesn't have anything to do with them really, so they can just laugh it off. This person might be into role playing as well. So if people make fun of them, but like if they were to show someone their true feelings and true opinions, and someone would I don't know, but like I think this person has been bullied, and it's because of bullying, and with the angel here, I think I think that I think about people who have been bullied when I see this card, because it says helping those in need with no expectation of return. And so for some reason I think of bullying when I see this card, because I think of someone who has learned to demand nothing from others, someone who is grateful if people want to be their friend, and who will do everything their friends ask them to, because they feel like they can't refuse, because if they refuse, then they would be putting the friendship in jeopardy. And so they serve others and they demand nothing in return, because that is a balance of power that they have learned to live with, that they always have to give without expecting anything in return. And it seems a bit strange, because this person seems like a rebel. This person doesn't seem like the type who will do anything to make people like them, and in a way they aren't, but it's a defense mechanism they've learned. They kind of shield themselves, they don't show their true self to others, and they also do this to push people away, because if people can't come close to them, if people can't know them, the true them, then they can't lead them, or so. But as soon as this person gets a friend, or even a boyfriend or girlfriend, this person will be very self-sacrificing, and so you should be on the lookout for that, because this person is good at that. Like this person, like with the opinions, like this person is so good at putting their own opinion aside and put on a different opinion, like being a devil's advocate. That like they when they do that, they block their own opinion and form a different one in the place of their own true opinion. And so they are good at putting themselves aside, putting their feelings aside. They might love a movie with their heart, but then they form an opinion in their brain, and so, like, if that makes sense. But I'm not sure if it does. So this person could be very rational and very logical, but I don't think they are like that, truly like that, because I think it's a facade they put on because they are afraid of showing emotions. And so when you start a relationship, this person will be ignoring their own emotions, and like even their own opinion about things that has to do with the relationship. And this will make this will maybe take a toll on your relationship. But I think if you start to peel off this person's layers, when you start to get through their heart shell, you will find a very emotional and sensitive person, this angel here, and that might be like this person might be a Pisces in their moon sign, or a water sign as their moon sign, but it's difficult to get through to that emotional side of them because they hide it behind different masks. I actually think this person might be in a bit of an identity crisis right now. I really blame the bullying, and it is so sad because so many people go through identity crisis because of bullying. And so I think because this person never truly felt it was okay to be themselves, they have pretended to be someone they were not. Like this person has formed their identity instead of discovering it. It would be easier for this person to discover their identity if they just try to go with their first impression of things, stand by their first impression of things, like stand by what they like and what they dislike, and not form some crazy opinion just to oppose everyone else or to stand out or something like that. Just if this person was just more true to themselves. And I think we all do that. But I think this person just really needs to get in touch with their intuition, because their intuition is really the thing that will help them recognize their true identity, if they just dared to follow their intuition. And I think that would get them pretty far in life. But enough about that. Now let's draw some cards. So King of Swords, Queen of Wands, 8 of Wands, Knight of Swords, 2 of Pentacles, and Ace of Cups reversed. No, sorry, upright. Ace of Cups upright. So I think so there are 2 significators here, and I think one is representing this person, and the other is representing you. And so if you are a heterosexual woman, this king here is probably your soulmate, and if you are a heterosexual male, this queen is your soulmate. So the Queen of Wands and the King of Swords. So I think what I want to do here in this reading is I want to read these 4 cards here, both in the past and in the future. And so I will use the one significator for the past and the other significator for the future. And that's because the King of Swords here came first, and so I will read that as the past, and the Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands as the significator for the future. And so I will just put this Queen of Swords aside here and put the King of Swords as the significator. So in the past, I think this person, your soulmate, or the male in this relationship, or the masculine in this relationship, I think this person might have felt like you were moving too fast with the Eight of Wands. They might have felt like you were coming on too strong, and this might have scared them off, and it made them withdraw from you with the Knight of Swords reversed here. They didn't really want to move as fast as you wanted to, and so and I think with the Two of Pentacles here, I think it's because they actually weren't sure about you. They were not certain, and so they didn't know how they felt about you, I think. And so, but then as soon as I think this person gained clarity at some point and wanted to return to you with this love offer, this Ace of Cups, but and also with the Dove here, maybe a peace offering as well. If this person was a bit standoffish towards you, they might have wanted to apologize for their behavior, and but I think this Ace of Cups didn't get delivered, and I think it's because of Corona. They might not have known how to reach out to you. Of course, this person could have reached out to you in other ways, but I don't think this person is the type who likes to text people on social media or something like that. I think this person wants to meet face to face with people and talk face to face, and I also think this person maybe needs to be a bit drunk to actually be able to speak to the opposite sex, or the sex that they are attracted to. But so maybe this person wanted to confess their love to you at some party that was cancelled, and this might have discouraged them completely. They might have felt that they lost their shot with you, and that because of this whole year you've been apart because of Corona, you probably met someone new and you have probably forgot all about them, and so that's what I see about this person. So I think, but let's move on to the future and put you on here as the significator. So I think here I think you will meet this person very soon, and you will get in contact really soon. Maybe you will meet at some party or an event, and I think this is actually quite funny, because in the future I think you will actually play hard to get, which I think is good, because it will eventually lead to love. Like maybe this Corona period has changed you. Maybe you were a bit desperate before. Sorry, I'm being so blunt, but I think you have really learned to love yourself, and you have gained self-respect and self-worth. And so I think when you meet this person again, you will know that you don't need them in your life, and so you will probably be a bit standoffish towards this person, and I think it will actually lead to a very wonderful union with the Ace of Cups here. You will start dating in the future, and it is actually great that you had this period apart, because you needed this period to really discover your own independence and your own worth. And this person also needed this period apart from you as well, because it gave them time to discover your wealth, because even if you haven't seen each other for a whole year, I think this person has thought of you almost daily. This person has really felt like they blew their chance with you, and so I think they will be the desperate one when you meet again in the future, and so the tables will be turned, and but you will get together. And don't be discouraged that the reading will end with a beginning, with the Ace of Cups as a beginning of love. It doesn't mean that the relationship won't develop into anything more than just a fling. I think it is more the spirit hiding that part of the future from you, because, well, spirit is a romantic, and so they don't want to spoil the surprise, which I actually think is a very positive sign for you. Because if you've seen any of my other readings, I can tell you that spirit doesn't hold back on the negative stuff. So I think it is more about this type of love, that this type of love is supposed to be experienced. That like a surprise party is not fun when you know about it, and so take it as a good omen. So that is what I have for you. Group number 4, I hope you enjoyed this reading, and if you did, please subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you in my next reading. Bye.